Hi-oh, beefer! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crits Cast. We have some UGC Highlander action for you tonight. It is the semi-final, so that means it's going to be a best of three. The first team to win 2 maps will go forward, and it's going to be Lakeside Product. And if it's a tie after the first 2 maps, we'll be moving on to Clear Cut. And it does look like we are potentially starting our game now. So for those of us just joining, this is the semi-final of European Highlander. This is the Platinum Division in UGC Season 31 and semi-final between Gimme Opponent and Kebab Police. And onto the mid-fight now. Both demos getting there pretty quickly, Buck, and lots of damage being traded.
Yeah, Skype opting to just jump straight into this pool area as well, trying to take on Capco there as well, but does lose that out. Got some early flank pressure coming in return then from the side of Gimme Opponent, but kind of just trading some shots over the top of the point though, as Strono tries to help clear out pool, but there's no one there at the moment. So they've got that flank pressure, although Thunder hasn't been sort of jumped into yet, which Capco might look to do, and at the moment it's relatively passive.
Sebastian just goes down there to a crit. I'm not sure how he was crit. Oh, it must have been the Girardi. Forgot that item existed.
Oh,
took
God,
a mini crit sticky there and goes down, and the rest of his team is starting to get cleaned up here. Bath 3 kills, just walking across the point, taking names, and that is going to be a mid-fight win for Gimme Opponent, taking control of the point and heading straight towards the pool room. But yes, that Girardi just proving to be very crucial in that mid-fight, taking out Sebastian, and without the heals it makes it that much harder for you to win the DM fights afterwards.
I do think Peter's going to be relying on Thunder quite a bit this semi-final, and they're making it in a long space right now as kind of the whole team's just trying to walking towards this pool doorway, but they are holding in here with that, but they're getting pressured in, and there we go, Stingham does go down there. And Redwood is still alive right now, just trying to spam him in this pool side with Pinyaka trying to cover the stairs with the help of FTH on the engineer class for now, but still no use coming in from Tersho, so it still feels relatively comfortable seeing him.
Yeah, I mean, Balthus is just kind of going around and just causing problems, and the Uber's actually used really early by Kebab Police. They're walking forward, and counter Uber comes through. It's going to be Kraz on the demo, just taking a lot of that Uber, trying to get some cleanup here, and wow. In comes the scout. He's going to get 1, 2, 3. Takes down Redwood with the pistol. Barthes takes down the sentry, but he's the one who's finally been taken out. Been doing so much work for Gimme Opponent so far this game, and they are still in control of the point here. But that was kind of close considering how early Kebab Police used the Uber.
Yeah, they kind of, I don't know whether a bit of overcommittal there. I mean, it's really good on the job on Tersho's part to just like try and use really late, and then they weren't able to kite it out. So they were coming in with some big picks there, kept all of his ammo in his scattergun and his pistol ready for that chase afterwards. But there we go, Stingham finding 2 picks there on the point. It's a nice headshot. It's got some nice turn bomb in there from Skyper to try and get some damage down. But Tersho's kind of jumping around for his life. He's managing to find it. Strono's doing a good job of trying to reflect as well, but and there we go, just trying to stay alive. Point is going down a bit, but they aren't going to let this happen for long.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When you hold in this pool room, you're just able to defend the point from it. And you see Kebab Police are trying to do this from a distance. And, oh, wow, actually, Pinyaka's going to take down Strono. Gets dropped out of that Uber. And this Uber isn't going to be that amazing. Is it going to get any kills? No, and Sebastian doesn't even have to use. They're going to use now, and they're going to surely just chase people down. Tercio is dodging, he's weaving, he actually gets out, he's getting pistoled. Oh no, Kazuki takes him down with that last scatter shot, will get the kill. Sebastian in all that chaos also died, so both medics in the respawn queue for the time being. But Kebab Police will be happy with that, surely they got the point, and they traded meds.
Yeah, Seb goes down for his troubles there, but a really big play by him actually there to keep Pajaka alive. Lots of people flashed on the point there to try and keep them alive, and Kazuki with the big play afterwards to try and chase down that medic. So relatively even right now for the meds as Seb tries to meet back up with his players near the point. We're trying to spam here as Snowy just kind of walks to his face. So much spam coming in though from Capra on the side area. And the dry comes in as well, so it helps take out some of the combo members there. And they get ×5 on the point, it kind of just all falls apart, and Seb goes down as well.
I mean, it's Stingham, right? He loves the Girardi, gets the P in the game, and then his team just cleans up with the mini grids, and then he headshots Sebastian. So, huge plays there, and it shows how strong that Girardi can be. Fundo there, the kill onto Praz, no demo, and actually no Barth in position.
Oh god, he goes down to 1 health, he gets body shot, and then Sat comes down with the clutch air blast to try and get him off fire, and there we go, Projaka gives him a sandwich, so he's back and a bit healthy now, but they are trying to fight into this ad, they are like sort of holding on the point here, Gimme opponent. Haven't really got much combo pressure though. CeeJaey feeling the need to use here, as the rest of the team kind of running away, so leaving Sat to try and deal with this. And but they're still going to get on this point though, importantly.
Yeah, they actually are defending the point, and well played by Kebab Police. They realised the danger there of seeing the Uber come in, and then they just back away, take the space when it is given to them afterwards, and they haven't even had to use their Uber for it. They just move forward, but they do have a lot of time to make up. 2 minutes to go. Gimme opponent only really need to capture the point one more time, and they will be taking home this first round. But they do have this pool hold to deal with. Seb with 100% Uber. Tersi is only at 65%. And it looks like they want to do the same thing here, Buck. Just tease the point from a distance and kind of tempt Kebab Police to come out of that safe little hidey hole that they've got going on.
Yeah, like I said before, I think it's going to come down really to Fundo here. This SVS with Sting on this sort of balcony side. They're stopping them from getting onto the point so far. This is pretty big from Pizza Police. Got this 100% still that Envision have not dealt with. However, Redwood going down is not going to be very helpful. However, they do get the scout, which helped deny Snow getting that 2x2 cap time. As Kasuki's trying his best to try and deny them here with FTH's midi behind the point. But kind of interesting game plan here from Envision, Gimme opponent I should say. Just walking on the point now, and there we go. Thunder goes down, and Seb having to use, and he gets thrown into the air.
He gets absolutely launched, and then so does Kazuki.
Oh dear.
He lands on Barthis though, he's landed some knee shots, but there is also a conch in play, and Barthis is just healing back up. It all looked actually pretty good for Kebab Police, so they chalked off a decent amount of time in the end, but the problem is with that hold, you know, if you bleed too many players, then Gimme opponent can do what they just did and stand on the point, get the cap time, and exchange Ubers in a position that suits them. So on to the second round now. Gimme opponent 1 round to the good. Have to see if Kebab Police can get themselves back into it. Skyper doing it again, a nice aggressive bomb across the point, but just gets denied, as does Sack. And look at Gimme opponent here. Stronik just walking forward. He does die to Skyper, but he's just forcing Kebab Police back. They just have no presence on the high ground at the moment.
Yeah, and they're kind of just feeding into Gimme opponent on this this one side of the stairs where Bath is just constantly. I'm not sure what the plan is here, but I don't know whether they kind of just don't wait for the point to come off, like get unlocked, and then try and edge cap it, because they're not actually really peeking the point too much. It's only really like the heavy and like if they just manage to counter spam their demo, they might have more luck here. But Jacko stayed alive during this entire time with Seb, actually, in fairness. So here we go. They're actually trying to get some point pressure now as the Ubers are going to be coming out.
Yeah, it's used much earlier for Gimme opponent though. About 50% more for Kebab Police to play with. And technically this is still a mid-fight going on. Stingen's gone down, no sniper for Gimme opponent, and there we go. They are going to get the capture here. And that does mean Kebab Police in the lead for the first time effectively in a round. There is still a long way to go, and they do not have Fundo. Sniper of the season, most recent season in League as well. Oh, Skyper with the absolute nuke! Huge bomb takes down Tercio. Medic just eliminated from the equation. I don't know if that was a drop or not, but it's not going to be enough to stop Gimme opponent walking forward and taking control of the point. But important thing here, Buck, is Seb survived. He was down to about 15 HP. He does survive. And they have a huge ad now to play with.
Oh! There we go, because there was some nice stabs there. Gets Sting out with one of them, so it opens up a lot of space from here. And also, we'll shout out Sack as well for playing very passive. Probably more passive than he's used to here, but he's doing a really good job of trying to stay with Seb here, allowing him to get just a beam on one person to build the Uber, trying to keep him alive with some of the spam. And here we go, the Uber comes in. Kasuki just lead the charge in, trying to maybe chase Barthas here as he kind of hides in the water. Do they know he's below? Surely they know. He's hiding? He's drowning as a heavy. Maybe he makes a play. Oh god. There's a fight in the water, there we go. Oh dear.
I just have this idea that everyone's going to be chilling in pool. They suddenly hear a heavy drowning, they're like, can you hear that? What's going on?
Starts eating a wet sandwich.
Oh no, I don't even want that image in my mind. But again in the lead is Kebab Police, a few seconds ahead, but they are not ahead in terms of Uber. Tercia at 100% now. Seb's about a 35% behind, and I do not think Kebab Police want to try and contest this. I can't even tell if stuff's a crits anymore.
Crits,
I think it was a crits, yeah, coming out from Praz there. Gets a couple of kills, gets Redwood and FTH and they now claim control of pool room.
However, Thunder finds Stingam though, it seems, and they're going to just start walking to the point with it. Oh,
Big
Seb was down
backstab.
though! Oh, what happens?
Huge advantage gone for Seb. Just eliminated with that backstab. And it doesn't stop them though, Buck. They're walking forward. They just want to keep fighting this point.
Yeah, it seems so. I mean, they're very weak, and I think Gimme opponent kind of knows that. They're kind of just spamming. Barth is trying to peek the doorway and just get some shots in there. But however, Thunder is still alive, which they do kind of fear. Kazuka's doing his best to just try and get on the point. He's on full health, and there we go. The arrows come in from Seb. Seb's arrows actually been pretty good this game. He's been keeping a lot of people alive, like Skyper, who's needed the arrows before. And the crits comes in again. I don't know if they're going to find anything though. Sack's just going to double key into them. Oh god.
There's a lot of kills going on. I don't know what's going on. Tercio has died to Sack, and we've seen Stingam over the years, you know, sniper of the season, and being at the top, and people expect more. And just see the frags coming in. It's running very, very weak. So is Kazuki, but Stingam, he talked about him turning it on. Managed to get the headshot onto the medic. So, you know, maybe he was listening. I know this is 90 seconds in the past, but I don't know, maybe some time travel shenanigans happened, and he was like, alright, I'm going to kill the medic. I'm going to show Buck. I'm going to get the kill. But he is ringing off some damage now, and is going to be a point capture for Gimme opponent for the time being. Thunder going down there, so no sniper presence from Kebab Police. And the times are pretty equal, but the way it stands, Gimme opponent in a situation which you could call an advantage.
I don't know if you saw what Stingam was doing there, but he kind of like extended out onto the cliff, maybe looking for something, and then just ended up getting completely wrapped by the team, so that was kind of an interesting play. Although Conch comes out from Capca right now, actually manages to kill the Pyro. Everybody's been very low on health, shoves some iron bomber pipes through the doorway, and Seb's now a bit separated because of this one soldier that needs to be dealt with. Capca's being a big pain on this cliffside, and they actually trades out with Skyper there in the back lines. However, Tertia goes down, which I didn't see. Interesting.
Tercio's alive for me.
Oh wait, no, I need to reset my thing. Oh god, I've done it, CeeJaey, I did it!
Professional casting, by the way, happening here. Tercio actually used Uber. I know it's sometimes, you know, pop it or drop it, but he did in fact pop it there. Barth is in the water again.
Oh my god.
He actually gets the kill onto Sack. He's still in the water, nobody can shoot him.
What a chad.
Submarining, just, you know. Yeah. But after all of that chaos, Sebastian still has an Uber. Fundo is the only player down right now. They're going to use that. Oh, Redwood gets dropped out of that invulnerability, and Piaka's just getting meat shot there from behind, dropping two crucial players there. And Kebab Police are going to probably be able to get the capture here, but they're just waiting for those spawns a little bit longer. No, Piaka's spawn gets reset. They lose Kazuki. This is looking like it could potentially be one big fight, because advantage for Tercio is 75% in the bank. They just need to, again, capture the point just once, and they will be taking this second round. But the difference this time is that it's only about a minute left for Kebab Police. They've been in this round a lot closer than previously.
Yeah, and Fundo just dying there was buffed on top of there, and Stingam just peeks main, gets it. And they come in with an Uber as well. So that insult to the injury. Capca's just spamming from the side there as well. Daka's taking a lot of damage from. So many people on fire as well. Castrona's in the front, and there we go. They just get that full pressure. But yeah, definitely a close round there. Only had 40 seconds to go, so maybe turning up some of the tempo.
Yeah, it's one of those awkward situations when you're in control of the point, but you know you're like 40% away from getting your Uber, and you want to help defend the point. You want to stand on it. You want to try and kill it, but they're using Uber. It's, you know, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place there. But Sack using a jetpack, flying across the point and just instantly getting meat shot to oblivion. So it's the first casualty of the game so far. We'll have to see if anyone is able to get anything important right now. A couple of players going down for either side, but just like Kebab Police. 3 down, giving up some ground here. Only Nebula really still in the action. Actually, I take that back. FTH, Fizz, No Man manages to get 1 kill. Can he get another? He does get body shot by Stinger in the end. And it is going to be...
Well, crits until Seb dies to Sting again. So yeah, the downside of crits definitely put forth there, as Redwood doesn't manage to find anything really. But yeah, Tertia got 100%, so probably going to be rotating back into this pool area.
Yeah, retreating into that little hidey hole. Kills going down here. Prize getting 2. Keski managing to take down Piaka. but just staying. Actually, it's so aggressive here, Buck. You see how far forward they're right next to the tunnel. They want to get some spam. They want to get that damage down onto Kebab Police as they're pushing out, and they do manage to get that spam. They slow them down a little bit, and then they just retreat back to the pool room where they know they're safe from anything really dangerous. As Kebab Police go to the opposite side of the map and try to maybe get some presence down onto the point, but Stingan bringing up those headshots gets two. Including Fundo, so no sniper for the time being. Everyone's just dying here, Buck. The Uber comes in, Sack is alive, and it's just the respawners.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to go for the long rotation, but then Fundo dies early on to Sting, and then Sting's able to just get that follow-up snipe onto Kazuki. And it kind of still falls apart from there, really. I think if they're going to do that, they probably could have done it maybe slightly faster, just kind of balls to the wall, rush to the point. But when Gimme opponents in that position, it can be quite a struggle, especially when they've got an Uber as well, which is quite scary. So sometimes happens. And there we go. Swipes gets another pick. They don't look up here on this long rotation side. They never look up, and Swipes just gets them from above again.
I like the bomb from Keski there. He uses the gunch and then just launches himself in. Gets some decent damage going down, but.
Oh! He almost gets it. Swipes maybe with the follow-up shot. There we go. I might just get Seb. There's just chaos happening on this other side. I don't know how they're getting these rotations out without the flank calling it. It's kind of just a mess, CeeJaey.
Yeah, the flank of Gimme opponent is doing all the work right now. Like the combo is just chilling. Like Tercio has not seen action for a while. He's just chilling in pool room. Stinger's on a 6k. You know, he's not very much pressure going on. Again, they're trying to get aggressive here on the high ground. It takes down Fundo. Seems to have had his number the past couple of engagements. And it's really hard for Kebab Police right now. They know they haven't had, it's a mental thing as well, right? They haven't got any cab time. They haven't managed to get any sort of Uber going on this game. They've lost their medic a few times in a row. It's very difficult, and they're trying to push from somewhere different this time, maybe just engage directly into pool room.
FTH on the follow-up shots onto Sting and just started taunting. He just kind of gave up there, but yeah, Pajaka taking that 1v1 with Boss. He's managed to win it out, loses a lot of health though, as the Uber comes out from the opponent through this doorway in pool. River goes down, Pajaka's sort of waiting on this ramp area with the Pyro, trying to fight Prazu to the best of his ability as he's kind of just reloading, has his med with him though, and yeah, still the point hasn't been touched at all during this entire time. Pool is now the point, CeeJaey.
Pool is now the point. I mean, Tercio was the furthest Gimme opponent player forward, which was pretty funny. All of the stuff that was going on, he just ran forward, and everyone else just ran behind him. And I was like, oh, okay, just ignore that, shall we? We just let that medic go behind. But in the end, the time ticks down, and yeah, I do believe as it is UGC playoffs, we only have one half. According to the league rules, and one half in King of the Hill is first of 3. So that is going to be round and match. Sorry, not round and match. Well, I'm not calling it that early, but it is round and map. Sorry,
game set match.
Game set match. Go home. End the stream. No, round and map for Gimme opponent. They do take the first map 3-0 and look to the future. Look to the future.
Indeed.
It's more cough though, so it's like looking to the future, but it's still sort of the same as what we've just experienced. It is product though, which is an entirely different style of cough map. It's a lot more narrow. It's a lot more clustery. Lakeside is as open as you can be, whereas product is let's just let's just all pile ourselves onto the point in the middle. We'll have to wait and see as we are on to the second map of the Season 31 Semi-Final. This is the European Platinum Highlander Division. Gimme opponent are one map to the good. They won Lakeside 3-0, but Kebab Police have this map to try and get back into this tie. Gimme opponent in the blue, getting to mid pretty quickly, but Kebab Police throwing out some damage. Actually, it's the other way around. The colours have switched back, just to confuse with me. And Skype is going to be the first casualty. Quickly followed by Sting, and Sebastian is down.
Yeah, big bomb in there from Cabcat. Because all the way over the point, Soldier just sort of doing those pogo jumps over the point to try and find that. And I don't think you saw that earlier, but there was a double reflect on a Jarate. So there was like Jarate thrown, and they got reflected, and they got reflected back by Strono to try and counter that. You expected the reflect back, so mind games on the Jarate already.
Dodgeball with a jar of urine back. That's That's a new one on me.
Oh no!
But yeah, we're seeing a lot of kills here. We're seeing Tertiary die to Skyper. Was that a drop?
I think it was close, yeah. I think... Oh wait, it was crits actually, so it might have been.
It could have been, yeah. I mean, you can pop it, but it's not really going to protect you, as it doesn't make you invulnerable. But as it is, we are going to see Gimme opponent still in control of the point. And they've chalked off some time, but you'd expect Sebastian at 80% to be moving forward. We see that Redwood gets taken out by Stinger. And again, we're talking about wanting to have certain players in your Uber. Kebab Police have to go forward. They're going to take Kazuki in. Can he chase down that medic? Can he chase down any kills? So a lot of damage going down onto Praz, but does not get to the cleanup. FTH is so far forward, trying to get some damage down himself. When your engineer's that far forward, you know he means business, but they are losing an equal amount of players. Actually, they're losing more players, Buck, than that they killed with the Uber, and they still haven't got the capture point down.
Oh, Skyper goes for bombing, but he's having to try and face Strono's reflex, and that never really ends well. And the return Uber comes in there, but I don't know. Well, actually, I say that Step does go down in fairness as Swipes comes in from the back as well. So yeah, I mean, the Uber wasn't even used to kill the mid. The mid kind of just went down in the fray of the fight, and yeah, once again, Sting is kind of just sitting on the point. With are they going to hold on the point this time? Interesting if they hold actually on the point. It's very rare that I see this.
Yeah, I mean, an aggro hold can work if you've got all the angles covered. You see Bath is over on concrete really far forward, which is not normally where you expect to see a heavy, so it could catch people off guard. But we see a nice bomb from Skype. He's all the way behind now, so it's going to be a thorn in their backsides, but it's actually going to be Asix with the mini sentry kill onto Seb, again courtesy of that Girardi, just causing absolute havoc with the mini crits, and so many people dead for Kebab Police, just waiting for their respawns. Now Tertiary did die again, and Tertiary has died a lot more times in this game, comparatively, in this round alone compared to the previous game. So, I would say maybe that's the one kind of the one silver lining that Kebab Police can take from this.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage now. He's actually sitting behind the rock. He's crossing all these sidelines, taking a lot of damage from the Iron Bomber as well. As nice spam coming in from Redwood actually across the point as Skyper gets aggressive just in their face. I think Skyper does have a bit more. I actually managed to get Tertia there, and although they do lose Thunder for their return, but I think Skyper would have more success if he kind of just goes into their face rather than over the top with the combo going in, because that seemed to work right there.
Yeah, it's again, Tertiary Dad Seb is alive and has an Uber. I'm not sure if we've actually seen very many Ubers so far this round. And I don't want to jinx it in case there's a drop, but he's taking a little bit.
Oh! Literally, as you said in CeeJaey, Caster's Curse in the finest right there, Seb dropped. I don't know what he was doing on the point for that long with the Uber. I thought he was going to use on Pajaka, but it didn't happen. And there we go. So many people goes down. Kazuki doing his best. Shout out to Kazuki actually staying alive for this long and getting Sting previously as well. But, oh my god. Madness.
I'm so sorry, Seb. I did not mean to curse you there. Yeah, so stuff's happening, man. Stuff is happening, and people are dying. This is very, very chaotic right now. Nobody's able to survive for too long. But the thing is, in all this chaos, Gimme opponent are holding onto the point for longer than their opponents. 25 seconds left and they will win this round, and that is the catalyst for Kebab Police to go forward, knowing that they need to get something done. FDH is getting a headshot. Barclays does go down though to sack, and that's a big kill. And whoa, Kafka getting just launched into the sky.
God.
A lot of players getting cleaned up, and I think that may be the first round. FDH does say in chat, "You think you can hide? Think again." And I think they are getting more wise to Barth's sneaky hiding spots. We'll have to see if that comes into play. But that's almost reminiscent of the first round of Lakeside Buck. Gimme opponent looking very strong.
Yeah, Sting doesn't look like BMing. He's kind of just standing in weird spots, just not worrying about getting body shot. Or Skyper though with a huge bomb at the start of the round. Absolute disrespect for that soldier as Tertiary just stands in the pocket there and goes down. They lose Sting as well. I don't know why Step is so far forward, but he managed to live here behind FGH's gun and with the help of Sack, and Redwood is very low on health. He's on 1 health. Redwood is on 1 health, and they managed to maybe win this fight. As there you go, Barth is running away now. Doesn't manage to live in with Fist of Steel. So there we go. Actually, first cap goes to Pizza Police.
And it's kind of what happened last time, right? They came back and they I mean, I'm getting deja vu here. So for the first time in this tie, or in this map, Kebab Police are in the lead in terms of time. I'm pretty sure I said that on the second round of Lakeside 2. Maybe they're just playing this out exactly. Skyper is so deep. He's practically in the opponent's spawn, and his team has control of the point. He just does not want to relent on this aggression. Big ad for Seb. He's at 100%. Tercio only at 60, and they're trying to move forward here. They lose Kafka. Praz is going to jump in. Lots of stickies going down, but no drop. They're going to use that Uber, clean up the players. Redwood flies in the sky, and will get gunned down by that Wrangled Mini. You hate to see it. Kazuki's hiding, and
oh my
Barnes
god,
knows. He's good at hiding, but he also knows where the hiders are. But
yeah, that awareness comes in. However, say that Skyper managed to get a good force in. Barth is too busy looking forward there through main, and Skyper takes full advantage of that. It's going to be popping off Tertia there. Nebula comes in as well, gets the pick onto Prazzy, which is actually quite big if they try and re-push in here, if they go fast enough. I'm not really a fan of these point holes either, like both teams. It's like Kebab Police has sort of seen Gimme opponent doing it, and then they did it, and like I don't know whether they should be doing it. Like they're kind of just getting spammed on the point a lot. I'm never really a fan of people holding on the point itself, but there you go. They're trying walking in now, but they don't have this Uber just yet. Trying to spam their way in.
yeah, they're just actually trying to get a lot of cap time, and Gimme opponent know that their opponents have a bit of an Uber advantage situation going on. Stingan is dead. He seems to be getting focused a lot more on this map, and Seb has to use the Uber, but Redwood and Sack both dead. Kazuki is going to take the remainder of that charge, but doesn't really achieve much. And Tercio approaching 100%, and they're walking forward already. They want to do something with this, or at least they want to get the capture without having to use Keski jumping forward, but not managing to get anything done. And I think everyone's going to be looking towards Skyper now, because he's the one who's been getting the forces. Actually gets Praz, so not a bad kill to pick up. But now Gimme opponent with the charge bug and control of the point. Are they going to do this point hold again?
Maybe. I mean, they've got 100%, so they do have the confidence there, potentially. Frank and Barth are still on this other side. If they manage to just sort of group together and fight these people who are forwards on their side of the point, then they can maybe get them, but they managed to back out a bit now. They're just sort of chilling on the point, trying to make his way across. Redwood goes down again, though, to Sting, which is not going to help at all. Sting disrespecting just staying on top of the rock and on top of the crates as well. So, yeah, but Seb is slowly building his Uber, and they're probably going to look to come back in here.
Yeah, equal Ubers, and they're just going to use it straight onto Kazuki here. He just runs forward, gets a lot of damage on Sting. Sting even gets a bit of a flash of that Uber. That's how much they want to keep him alive. He eventually does die to Kazuki. And Skyper with a big bomb. Can he get? He doesn't get a huge nuke. Redwood gets a couple as well. He's the one who actually gets the kill onto Tercio in the end, but Skyper has been doing so much this game.
Oh, you hate to see it. Barth is just on the cliff and he runs out of ammo and he just stares at Nebula with his fist of steel out and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to accept my death. And just dies as well, so it kind of just all falls apart there. But yeah, huge play from Skyper. Huge play from Kazuki as well. Stays in deep there to actually kill Sting during that fight. Even after the Uber, so yeah, just kind of comes together. And Redwood goes down again. Redwood just keeps dying to Sting snipes, and that's the only thing really that's killing him. As they're trying to walk back in here, but they're doing their best to try and keep them off the point.
Big bombing from Skyper again. He gets one rocket. Oh, Tercio didn't take damage. Strono's reflex are absolutely insane. Kazuki does get Tercio in the end with the Uber. But yeah, I was just flabbergasted, I think is the only word there. Strono point blank able to get that reflect, protect his medic for a little bit. But again, we're seeing a situation. Oh,
huge shot from Fundo, just point blank shoots the soldier in the face to protect his mid. That was mega. Sorry to drop there, but Jesus, that was pretty crazy. And Seb managed to get out there somehow, so it's somehow like a small ad, but I don't know. Pizza just turning it up a different notch here, it seems.
Yeah, I mean they're 23 seconds away from winning a round. They do need to recapture the point, but they're in the best position they've been in this entire tie to actually get a round on the board now. And it all comes down to what they decide to do here. It is equal Ubers essentially, only about a 10% difference between the two, but look at Pizza Police, they just want to walk forward. Redwood going across the Girardi, there's P everywhere, Buck. Skyper's launching in, he's behind. There are kills happening left, right, and centre. I don't know who's winning the fight, but it does look like any opponent have the more beefy players stood on the high ground. And Terzi is only at 80% here. So he's going to be a few more seconds. I don't think Seb has an advantage. Kazuki and Say, they could catch them out. They're just running forward. But they're going to use the Uber. Jersey is at 93%.
No way.
He's not. Oh, he gets blasted away. That could have been the winner, but there we go. Gimme opponent using that Uber. They're just going to flood forward and pick up some kills now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit overzealous maybe from Kebab Police there, just kind of walking in, just only on the scout, and Seb goes down to the other scout as well. So kind of wisened up to it. I think A6 actually running level 3s here is very interesting. I think part of the decision might be because they've realised that they're only scout Ubering, and they always sack. So if they got level 3 there, that like Kebab Police isn't going to be patient enough to kill this level 3. That is perfect for denying these sacks. So yeah, interesting decision there, and they managed to take another round.
We do say that TF2 is all about adaptation. Can you adapt to what your opponent's throwing at you? Pizza Police definitely looking like they were doing really well. They're just pure aggression, running across the point and taking the fights. And Gimme opponent have adapted to that by throwing up that level 3, like you said. So we'll have to see if something else can happen. Skyper's huge bombs won't happen this mid-fight. Stinger takes him out for the first kill of the game. Kafka goes in and he gets denied by Piyaka. So both soldiers going in for a play and getting denied. But Fundo picks up a kill. No Strano, no Pyro. And now maybe this is something for Pizza Police to maybe get a little bit aggressive here. Nebula with the double stab. Takes down both the medic, Tercio and Praz. Stinger will headshot him at a pretty close range, but that may be enough for Pizza Police to win another mid-fight.
Oh, and they managed to catch out Swipes as well as he tries to go for a play there. So big turnaround from Sack and from Seb there. But never mind, he drops on the point to a single soldier. Why is Seb on the point? Tell me, CeeJaey. I don't know.
It was a pretty good play by Kafka, to be fair.
Yeah,
it was almost a sync rocket, a couple of rockets, I should say. But yeah, you are ideally as a medic, you want to be a little bit further back there, just keeping yourself alive. He's going to jump in again and actually gets a decent amount of damage onto Seb. He's having to run back. Fundo is going to take down Stinghan, and he also takes down Praz. Fundo's starting to turn things out there, and that's going to give Kebab Police a little bit more hope that they can win this fight in the long term. See a lot of fighting happening behind enemy lines, but the cap will go to Gimme opponent. Fundo on a 5 kill streak now, takes down Barthes, and I think he's just opening up the door here. He's just saying, team, please walk forward. I'm killing people. Please start to do a little bit more. He eventually goes down to Praz here, and nothing really gets made of it. Barthes and Asics are still down, so a couple of defensive classes not in action. Doesn't matter, Gimme opponent want to use his uber advantage to just pressuring them, scaring them, and they are going to get forced. They've lost Stinghan to Nebula, and I don't think they're going to achieve much with this Uber bar.
It's got a weird Uber here, but yeah, Pajaka staying forward, they're going to get picked off as they try and rotate onto this concrete area. But yeah, Nebula and Fundo trying to do some things here on the assassin classes for the Kebab Police as Nebula's trying to find these picks. I think sometimes a bit of a complacency comes in when Gimme opponent starts winning this much. They kind of forget about the spy class, and Nebula's definitely just turn up to try and find some of those things. But I saw that, and Swipes is like 3rd top scoring for Gimme opponent. And there we go, Seb goes down to Sting. Of all people there, I don't know how that wasn't called at all, but yeah, just gonna try and find something there, and he managed to get a body shot to Kazuki as well.
That one's gonna sting. That one's gonna sting. I mean, they had a really, really close second round. They've started to look pretty good on this round as well. You see yourself moving forward and getting something done, and just losing your medic. You kind of like it's a punch to the gut. You have to regroup, reassess. Okay, now what do we have to do? We have to remove the team from the point. We have to remove this Uber out of play, and they're just going to try and tease the point here a little bit with Kazuki and Redwood. They did get a kill on Praz, and Sam's also gone down, and Strano is the only one really trying to defend this point at any sort of close range. Barthes is just, shooting people at a distance, and the force comes in because Skyper takes the high ground, so that's really well played by Kebab Police.
Yeah, very much more patient there, just going for that edge cap. I don't know why they didn't really try this before, because they were actually surprisingly passable all the time, Gimme opponents sometimes, just hiding behind Prazu. But yeah, with Fundo kind of managed to find some of those picks, it helps a lot, obviously. And Tertia was down to spam from Skyper, on top of this rock space, like where he likes to stand on the 6s, sometimes the soldiers, so yeah, just dying to spam there. Can't really have that, and Seb now open and alive as well, so they managed to get their heals on the point, and it's just Stinger and capping. Surely they can stop the sniper from capping.
Kafka actually did take down Seb during that exchange earlier on, and if he'd stayed alive, if they'd kept him alive a little more, you talked about, in the interim, about a little bit more protection on Sebastian, just so that they had those heals. maybe that fight would have gone a little bit more cleanly. And as you can see, they have control of the point for the time being, but it is going to be lost. They're losing players here, and those alive are trying to run away and keep their lives. No, Varthy's down to like 5 HP there or something. Will help take down Redwood. So Redwood in the spawn queue, equal Ubers. The pressure really is on. The time is still extremely close between the two teams here, and a forward hold helping out Gimme opponent. They lose Stranu and Barthys, and they may be biting off more than they can chew here. Zac getting a couple of kills.
Yeah, I managed to find some of these things because you can call in the sticks in main as well. Thunder drops down to near combos, so I'm just trying to look for something here. Got a dispenser, big dispenser on the point from Acelix there, just put it down immediately as the dry comes in. But they've managed to use the Uber, but Seb's got his own, but he drops Redwood, which isn't the best start, but Kazuki's definitely in this Uber once again.
I just love the term big dispenser,
Yeah.
Dispenser is huge.
Oh,
contributions. Oh, headshots running around. Thunder takes down Fraz, but Stinger will take down Sebastiani again. He's been having an eye for Medic so far this game. He will get taken down by Zac, and there's a lot of chaos happening on the point. I do think as time goes on, maybe they'll get the point here. I mean, it's going to be very, very close. Kafka's going to jump Redwood, and Skyper manages to get the kill. But there's a lot of cap time on the point, and the respawns are just coming in for Gimme opponents, so I do think Kebab Police will be able to potentially win this fight.
Oh, you say that. Skyper might be the plaything here, though Strano manages to get them away. Gives some space for Zac to walk in, though. He's on a lot of health. He's able to just walk in. Kills Tertio. No heals right now. Seb's able to heal Redwood. Redwood's basically going to be the big player now. We've got FJ on the point now, trying to shotgun his way through. When he comes in, although Kalka comes in for a return bomb, gets Fundo. Kazuki's now just spawned in, tries to get on the point. And even with the fast spawners, I think they may eventually take this. Question mark.
Yeah, Redwood manages to get the kill on Barthys. There were so many players weak for Gimme opponent at the end there. There was 3 players who were within 1 shot of dying. And if there maybe had been a little bit of better focus fire toward the end of that round, Kebab Police could have potentially taken the fight and gone on to maybe take the round and get a bit of a footing towards a comeback. But in the end, Gimme opponent will win the 2 maps 3-0. So we will not have the requirement of a 3rd map. They will be moving on to the final.
Yeah, in the end, turns out Gimme opponent will win that off and see themselves into the next stage.
Yeah, and the next stage being the grand final, which will be happening, I believe, next Monday. They'll have to wait to find out who their opponents are. Gimme opponent is in the name, and they want an opponent for that grand final. The other semi-final is on Wednesday. It is between SDCK, the defending champions, and Bad Dragons. And the winner of that will be facing Gimme opponent in the grand final next week. But that's it from us today. Chris Cast has more to offer you in the coming days. Check out our Discord and our Twitter, and you also do have some merch available if you want to buy some of that and rep the org. We will also be having some charity event this weekend, TF Connect charity event. There'll be a lot of things going on with your favorite TF2 YouTubers, ranging from Sixes games between a lot of well-known faces, some MVM, and all sorts of other activities. Check out the information on Twitter, and it's all for charity, which is obviously a great cause to try and donate to. And thank you for watching tonight. I've been CeeJaey, joined by Buck and ArchRhythm. We'll see you in the future. Have a good night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!